In this section, I want to look at the costs associated with economic growth. Graphically speaking, we can conclude that economic growth has taken place if the production possibilities frontier moves outward. Evidently, if this happens, we can produce more goods and services given our current resources. The quantity of food and clothes that we can produce, according to this production possibilities curve, both increase. This signifies an increase in overall living standards of a population. However, the expansion of production possibilities, this economic growth, does not by any means overcome the basic economic problem of scarcity or opportunity cost. We still have a limited amount of resources, and we still have to give up one good to produce another. For example, if we want to produce more food, we will have to give up some amount of clothes. This assuming, of course, that the economy is already producing at some point on the PPF. Economic growth can arise as either a result of technological change or capital accumulation. Technological change describes the development of new goods and better ways of production. This means that the economy is able to take the same amount of resources and produce more goods with those resources, thus having become more efficient. Capital accumulation refers to the growth of capital resources. This includes the machinery used to produce other goods, for example, and human capital, or the skills and knowledge that people possess. Either one of these factors, or both combined, can lead to economic growth. Producing capital goods comes with the opportunity cost of temporarily reducing the production of consumption goods. Resources are diverted away from consumption goods to produce more capital goods. We have now altered the axes of the PPF to include consumption goods and capital goods, but for the sake of simplicity, I will use a simpler diagram in this slide. The benefit of increased capital production is the increase in future consumption. The capital which is being acquired can be used to produce even more consumption goods in the future. Let's think about this logically. If we divert a lot of resources to consumption goods and very little resources to capital goods, then future consumption is bound to remain the same. The economy hasn't become any more efficient at producing goods, so we can't possibly produce any more tomorrow than we could today. On the other hand, if we switch it around and produce more capital goods, then we can safely assume that we will be able to consume more in the future. Remember, more capital goods today means more consumption goods tomorrow. This is because capital goods such as machinery make producing consumption goods more efficient, and thus we can produce more of them.